You stayed in place last night, is that right? Can you tell me what it was like kind of through the night and then when you woke up this morning?
Just normal until about 4:30 in the morning, and it just happened very quickly. By 5 o'clock it was about 3 feet in the pub, and so I came down, turned off the power, and what you see is what you see now, just a lot of mud and silt.
And why? I mean, I take it everybody made the choice, and from the sounds from Angus Council, not that many people went to the rest areas. So, why did you decide to stay rather than move up to one of the centres?
Well, because we stay in the flat above, so it's not going to come up there, hopefully, or we're all in trouble, so we just stayed.
And I guess what comes next? We saw you sweeping all the silt out. There's actually an incredible amount of silt all the way up the roadside and inside the pub. So what do the next couple of days, weeks look like for you?
Just start ripping all the floor and coverings out and get it dried out and get everything replaced that needs replaced, and back to business, I guess.
And what was I going to say? This is an unprecedented amount of flooding. It does flood fairly often, Brechin. Were you surprised even by the level of the water?
Surprised, yeah, this time, because I've had the place 20 years and we've never flooded. Although that River Street's flooded, we've never flooded. So yeah, very surprised this time.
The council have contractors looking after the pumps. There's no man in a white van making sure them pumps are working, and they then say there's no electric for the pumps. So why is there not a generator for the pumps so the pumps can now be working? We've got Coast Guards here taking people out of houses that wanted to stay in and now realise they need to get out. So they're not putting their lives at risk, because it's not a torrent or river, it's just water, they're going to get wet. But the pumps could now pump the water out. You could walk with your slippers out of the houses because the water would go away. But it's not at the moment because it doesn't look like the pumps are on.
But this isn't the first time, because you said that last year there was flooding as well.
Yeah.
And there was even then there was an issue with getting the council to
The pumps actually weren't on. And I got in touch with the council last year at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. A councilman, he came back with a key, and by 4:30 we had them switched on. My daughter switched them on. The guy wasn't really up to it with his things. That wasn't his job, his forte. My daughter said, "Oh, do that," and boom, one pump come on. Number 2 pump was an external blockage. We went to the other end where the bridge is, and those 2 pumps weren't on. We put those 2 pumps on, and within 2 hours, the water had gone. You could walk down the road with your slippers on. Before, it was knee deep. So in 2 hours, the pumps do work. They definitely work. But last year, the water was about 12, 14 inches off coming over the concrete wall at the lowest point. Now it's come over. I knew it was going to come over. And fair enough, the pumps cannot contend with an overflowing river. But once it subsides, the pumps could be working. I don't know if they're working. I wouldn't say they are working.
I think it's still too high. The river to me